All right, everyone, welcome to GDPG, where we play games and talk design. I am Geek Arius.
I am Affinity Chris.
And we're playing the highly divided Mighty Number 9.
Divided because, well, it started with, what, that promo trailer they released a couple days before the official game release?
Yeah, well, really, so I was a backer for this game, and it really started when they started doing the heavy delays.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Now, granted,
I feel like that's expected out of Kickstarter games.
And that's what I thought. And a lot of people, but these are people who worked in the industry, they should know better.
But even people that work in the main industry still have delays.
And that's just it. That's just it. And that never bothered me. Now, what bothers me is seeing some of these reviews that are out there now and hearing some of the things I have been hearing about this game. Because, Inafune was one of the co-creators of Mega Man, and so you have a lot of hope when they make a Mega Man spiritual successor.
Oh, right.
We haven't had a chance to play this yet.
Yeah, this is our first time, both of us. Normally, at least one of us has played through the game.
Yeah, but life gets a little crazy, and so we're just going to kind of show it to you guys for our first playthrough.
Yeah.
So we're going to do normal, though, because as you know, I'm so good at platformers that that Maniac would just be, easy, and so why not just do normal,
It is the present year. Breakthroughs in robotic technology have ushered in a new era of peace and prosperity.
This voiceover's a little slow.
It is.
Violence is confined to the Battle Coliseum, where robot combatants face off in spectacular duels. Today, the Coliseum walls once again echo with the shouts and cheers of excited fans, when suddenly
everything turned red and inverted.
I thought it was when suddenly, and then they just don't do anything. They just cut to you being here. It's like, oh. I'm so excited to hear Beck's voice.
Everything's on fire.
And it's interesting that he has, these kind of crazy abilities to kind of break himself down.
Like machine particles.
Yeah.
Systems ready.
I like your take on it better.
We won't figure it out here. We must make for the laboratory, and quickly. Beck, you punch ahead and clear a secure path. I'll follow and monitor your progress. Yes, sir.
Okay, so
now that all of the slowest intro ever.
The dialogue, yeah. So we actually had a lot of technical issues getting this to capture. And I don't know if anyone else has experienced just this with playing the game, because we had issues with the HDMI connection, but there was no sound coming through. And so when we first started recording this, we were like, okay, there's no voiceover. I guess we'll just voice it ourselves.
Yep.
And then we realized that there was no ability to pass through the dialogue,
because we were way ahead of the dialogue.
Yeah, and we were like, well, do we have to just sit and wait for it to pass? And we were like, wait a second, maybe there's voiceover.
The president has declared a countrywide state of emergency.
Can't.
This based on reports of haywire robots rampaging out of control in all 50 states.
Mavericks.
I'm being told Gregory Graham, CEO of Cherry Dynamics. Cherry Dyne, of course, being the world's leading robot manufacturer. Let's go there now, live.
I bet you there's something with the name Cherry Dyne that calls back to Mega Man.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is. I just can't think of it.
I have no idea.
My fellow Americans, in this time of crisis, we at Cherry Dyne would just like to express that this isn't our fault. It's that Dr. Blackwell. He's the one behind this. Blame him!
What a douche.
Yeah, right?
We at Cherry Dyne are doing all we can to help fix the situation. It's Blackwell. Hello, is this thing on?
What? Oh.
And now let's go live to our eye in the sky Avi for today's Avi News Traffic Report. Thanks, Avi. As you can see, we've got a few accidents eastbound on, well, everywhere!
Mighty number 6? What does he think he's doing? Unless... could he be malfunctioning too?
Boy, thanks. Really slow voiceover narration.
So wasn't Dr. White like our main guy in the original?
So I was about to say it's Dr. Light.
Dr. Light.
And so the second I saw that, I was like, really? Well, if they have a Dr. Wily or anything like that, then I'll be a little.
You're like, yeah, man, you really pushed that parallel.
Like Dr. Guiley.
Security bot.
Oh no, a security bot.
Control, unlike all the others. Beck, there's no other way. You'll need to fight your way through. You can handle this. I know you can. Professor, I'll do it.
So here's my initial problem.
Okay, yes. I'm sure you and I are thinking about the same thing right now.
Oh, weird. Okay, you have to absorb.
Did you just absorb the cells of a weakened
Really?
My goodness, assimilate them? Of course, I designed him with that capability, but I hadn't thought it functional yet.
So, okay, well, continue what you were saying.
So this game moves at such a. There we go. That I'm still getting used to the Steam controller. Baby.
So, okay, when you assimilate them, it basically becomes your health?
It looks like that. Yes.
Some
Oh,
kind
you
of
can only
energy.
assimilate them after you've hurt them, though. So me running into those shots, not so good.
There you go. It says, yeah, 80%. So, I don't think it is your health. I think it's something else.
Here's how much of them you assimilate. Wow.
Oh, yeah, maybe you
You
get,
get
new
like
abilities
upgrades or oh shit! I thought that was on the background there.
It did kind of look like that, to be fair. So, okay,
So this game moves at a really trudgingly slow pace with that dialogue. That dialogue is way too slow.
yeah, I'm not even really, like, I don't have issues with the dialogue being there, actually. It really just has to do with the pacing of it. It's so slow. It doesn't seem like there's any means of skipping it either.
No, exactly. So if people have played through this a couple of times, like that's it for that.
It kind of fails at rule, like, almost 101 of game design of let your players get into the action of the game.
Right, exactly.
In a funny way, it even, for anyone that's seen Ego Raptor's like Mega Man X video,
Oh my god,
it, like,
so good.
that video is fantastic because it talks about a lot of really important design related game design things.
Yeah.
But this game almost like directly is the opposite of everything that he was saying was good in
Yeah.
Mega Man X. This game already feels like it's holding our hand. It's very slow. Now the
Yeah.
level design seems like it's doing a good job at just like flowing naturally and teaching us things, like having that dropping platform or
Right.
presenting enemies in a way that teaches us, okay, you know, enemies can be on ground and enemies
Oh my god. Okay, that's cool.
can fly. Like, it's, I don't know. I almost wonder why they didn't let a lot of it just become intuitive. Because, okay, so we know that we can assimilate
Right.
the enemies, but we still don't even know what that means. So I even feel like that calling that out so early still hasn't really done anything for us.
Okay, so I think because I just lost life. I think that is a life, or maybe not. No, maybe not.
Well, there was a 2 next to it, so I think you have. Okay,
Oh yeah, so
now
it
you
is a
have-
life.
now you have one
Okay, so
life.
it is a life. Okay, so collecting those do give you lives. That was just my mistake because I'm still getting used to the Steam controller here. So it's like,
Does it
alright.
give you a life? I think you just had 2 lives. We still don't really know what assimilating them does, because it doesn't change your health.
No, that definitely does not change your health. I just can't jump high enough to stop those guys.
Can you hold the jump and jump higher? Yeah, there you
A
go.
little bit, yeah.
And you can't charge your shot, can you?
Not yet.
Okay, I assume that's something that'll happen.
Bring it on.
I'm really hoping.
Okay, now we get a shield enemy.
I should have assimilated them. Well,
Bring it
that's my problem. It's like all these buttons are so close together on here.
Yeah, I wonder if the assimilation mechanic is going to be one of those like long-term meta mechanics that kind of
Yeah,
makes the game feel.
I'm wondering. I'm still a little wondering what the mechanic is for. Okay, let's see if I can. jump
Ooh,
this.
I don't think you can. Oh, I didn't know you had like an air dash.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like what the assimilation button does for you.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it gives you a dash.
Oh, that actually was kind of smart because I don't think you could have gone down that street, even though it's a 3D game.
Right. Right.
So, but like putting that I think it was like a med pack at the end of that ledge like that's a really good way of saying like, hey player, you can go here. This is where you need to go, in fact, because you don't really have any other options.
Right, absolutely.
So that was good, like...
Oh, that's cool.
Subtle level design. You're very gung-ho in this game, Tony.
I am. I'm always gung-ho in my games, though.
I am a big fan of those little, like... what do you call those? Those little, like, banner... tutorial text things where it doesn't stop the gameplay, it barely takes up space on the screen, but it says like, hey, do this to control the game in this way.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way of like, if you think your players are going to have a hard time knowing like a control for something.
Right, they give you that.
It doesn't stop the game flow, it doesn't...
It just kind of keeps going.
Yeah. Of course, I guess it's easy for players to miss it on that side, but... There you go.
Oh,
I find it interesting that you can just, like, do that dash through the guy's shield. So far, I guess, with this first level, I mean, do you think that the game feels nice?
Oh, you know, I mean, if it flows okay in my hands, at least, I'll tell you that much. Like, it's a little clunky. I had a couple of moments where, God, I thought I was far enough away. Fine, maybe I wasn't. Or you know, maybe they can just... Oh my gosh. I wish there was a way to backdash, because, like, literally when I was trying to assimilate that guy, it threw me right into their fire.
So you only dash in the direction you're facing?
I don't think you dashed the other way, but because I was assimilating him, I was dashing forward. Oh my gosh. Man.
Yeah, this is definitely where that charge shot will start to come in handy, if it ever happens.
Oh, I can't imagine them not giving a charge shot.
I know, right? I mean, traditional Mega Man didn't have a charge shot until, like...
Yeah, but now it's just so much of it's such a commonplace thing. Not that I'm saying that because it's commonplace, it has to be a thing.
Mm-hmm. What's going on with your character?
I don't know.
It's like dazed?
Here we go. Right, the lab is just ahead. Sonda, are you still there?
Oh, this is good. Oh, okay. Criminy.
Oh, man.
How on earth did it manage to get down there?
I don't know, but it's gonna kill me, I'll tell you that much.
Quickly, you must stop it before...
See, this is how I get better at games. I have to lose a lot. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I do it. Even on the first boss.
That's okay.
The Round Digger. That's a terrible name.
Round Digger, yeah.
Oh, okay, well. Okay, let's dash out of the way.
I always thought that was a pain with a lot of boss designs in games like Mega Man, where it's like, this happened a lot in Castlevania too, where an enemy will kind of pin you against a wall and there's just nothing you can do other than take damage continuously, unless you just like move through them while you're partially invincible.
And, like, I'm not always good at that, to be honest. Like everyone, I think people understand my gameplay style now. Okay, I guess.
I think you have to jump over him and then
as
dash.
Yeah.
So he's recovering health as you're not shooting him? I think.
Man, I can't. I'm not hitting my A button hard enough. I think I shouldn't have put the Steam controller, but that's my own fault. That's my own fault, because the buttons are a lot closer together.
Well, we can switch gamepads in the next episode.
We can.
We're actually over time, but I want to see if you can beat this guy before we end the episode.
Yeah, I'm not sure, though, like, how much more I have to do to him. Or if I'm even doing anything to him. Like, that's...
Maybe you can shoot that, like, canister while he's spraying the ceiling?
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
That's my guess. There you go. Well, tell you what, let's pick this up in the next episode.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll switch controllers.
Yeah, we'll mess around with it. I don't know what I'm doing. So, question of the day.
So, question of the day, I want to talk about what you guys think about the tutorial and if you think that the dialogue, I don't know, added enough to the game to justify its existence, or
did it take something away?
Yeah. And how would you change it to make it better? I guess because obviously we both think that it could be sped up a lot.
It could be sped up a lot. Yes.
Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for the next episode and vote on what you want to see next, whether it's more Mighty Number 9. I think we're going to do about 5 episodes of this one.
Or something else fun.
Yeah, so, you can vote to see more Mighty Number 9, or if you're, tired of it by the time we're done with 5 episodes.
Yeah, right. Then that's okay, too. We'll understand. We won't cry too much.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone.
See you in the next episode.